Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Adventures on Tap Twitch stream. It's been a couple weeks, but this is our weekly Wednesday game where we're playing Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. So thank you for joining. We do this 7:30 to 10:30 again every Wednesday. We have missed a couple, but if it's your first time here, welcome. First of all, that's awesome that you've stopped at our small channel. But we are a Central Florida organization that runs TTRPG games within breweries to raise money for charity. So we do have a stream charity. We donate to Child's Play, which is a nationwide organization, but we support the Central Florida chapter specifically with our stream. So you can donate there at the bottom right hand corner of your screen. It does affect our game. We'll give you a cheers. But in general, donating to charity is great, and it's tax writable, so why not just do it? But it's an awesome organization. They gamify recovery for children in children's hospitals. Can't have a better mission than that. It's pretty cool. It's near and dear to a lot of us here at Adventures on Tap. You can also, just like any other Twitch channel, you can interact with channel points too. So as you watch, feel free to exchange those and meet our goals so you can impact our game. But before we dive into everything, we're going to go around the virtual table here, asking everybody who they are playing tonight, and what they are drinking, starting with Garrett.
Hello, I am Garrett, and also the reason we haven't been meeting. Started a new job, so I had a bunch of training to do. But I will be playing Nib Farkle, the Goblin Blood Hunter, and tonight I am drinking from Cigar City, High Ally. I don't think I've ever had it before. I'm not a big fan of IPAs, but it was either High Ally, an IPA, or Cosmic Crown from Cigar City, which was like a double or a triple IPA. So I'm like, so far I've had one and not bad, much better than I anticipated. So thumbs up here.
All right, and I am Ken, and tonight I will be playing everybody's favorite Shatterkai monk, Tregol Evelev. And I am drinking the Flamingo Wheat Beer. This is a wheat beer from Brew Hub, which is in Lakeland, and it has this lovely um, color. It has the slight hint of mango, but it is mostly a wheat beer. Very nice, very easy drinking.
Hello, my name is Chris, and I am going to be playing Ragnar, the human barbarian. Tonight, I am drinking a blueberry mead that I made, but I'm going to be transitioning to an apple pie moonshine from a distillery in St. Augustine after I finish this because I don't have a lot of this left.
Good evening, I'm Ferg, and I'm playing Barry the Turtle Druid. And this evening I'm drinking Space Cowboy from Winter Garden Crooked Can Brewery. So we're enjoying that double IPA.
And hello there. I am Kyle, and I am drinking the Path to Gold Golden Ale from 12 Talons Beer Works down in Orlando. Had some great paint and sip events down there recently, and I needed to trade off the painting supplies, so I stopped and grabbed some.
Nice. Everybody's drinking some good stuff. Well, I'm Joe. I'm the DM for this series. Uh, I am unfortunately drinking water because, as per usual, I forgot that to grab beer. I'm gonna blame
There was a
it being
two-week
2
lead
weeks
up here,
that I
guy.
forgot. Yeah, yeah. Well, I actually, you know what's funny? I had uh craft beer prepped, locked and loaded for that first week that we missed, and then I just ended up drinking it, so I don't have it
Couldn't
anymore.
resist.
But traditionally at all of our events, just before we hop into our adventure, we like to do a cheers. So go ahead and grab what you're drinking, and at the count of three, say to adventure with us. So 3, 2, 1.
To
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 adventure.
adventure.
adventure!
Agua. You know what? I might have a Miller Lite, but it's not craft beer. Might have to dive into that on the break.
It was crafted by
That's
someone.
True.
True, true.
that's crap beer.
Hey.
Hey,
Hold
no.
on there.
I like my swill water.
You
Hey,
get to
it's
Miller
not
High
PBR.
Life. That's the
It's
champagne of
yeah.
beers. This is
Every
just
beer
its
started
cousin.
craft somewhere.
At one point in time, it was a small craft brewery.
True.
Wait, that's kind of weird to think,
Back
honestly.
in the 1820s.
All right, so with our last session, um, the fight continued against an armoire mimic, and Ursa the bear was consumed as the party peeled Tregol away from the edge of death, licking their wounds and continuing deeper into the old owl well dungeon beneath the tower to find many libraries and studies containing writing of an unknown language, some being origins of various necromancy or death related books. Many of the rooms contain nothing but rubble and debris, but a weird, magical, pulsating energy was felt by the party as they entered a room filled with a purple glow. A single orb sat in the center as the party filled with dread looking deeply into it, as Ragnar goes to grab it and collapses to the ground unconscious for a moment before collecting himself. Hoping to deal with the trouble later, they discovered a study belonging to the recently deceased Red Wizard, detailing portions of his mission and coincidental mention of the banshee of Conyberry. So that was what happened in our last session, which I will, before we transition over, I guess, were we wanting to make any other stops or were we going straight to Conyberry?
We'll have to ask Ken when he reappears. But he might want to stop in and double check with the priestess in town,
Oh,
or is it
that would
not?
be.
Is
We'd
it
have
not
to
on
go
the
all
way?
the way back
Okay.
and then all the way. Yeah.
All right, screw her.
We're pretty
To
much
His
gonna
Conyberry.
go
girlfriend, not mine.
straight north.
All right.
Hey, potential.
All right. So,
Pray with me, Tregol.
so I believe y'all took a long rest at the towards the end of that session,
Mhm.
which led you to begin travel early in the morning. It does take, I believe, a half a day's travel to, or excuse me, a full day's travel to get to Conyberry from where you were at. Um, you make your way to Conyberry, and you find that it is an abandoned town. It's been lying in ruins for some time now. You heard mention across your travels that this was the case, and people were a little confused as to why you were looking for Conyberry, but you continued on down the Tribor Trail. You find an easy landmark of where you would think this banshee is at, as off the beaten path there is a a shack of sorts that you make your way through. And as the forest grows dark and still, the trail winds deeper into these trees. Heavy vines and thick layers of moss drape the branches, and the air is noticeably colder now the closer you get to this ruined hut. After rounding the bend in the trail, you come upon a domed shelter made from the warped, bowing branches of nearby trees. A doorway leads you there, leads you inside. You also see, let me transition y'all over. Um, you see across this trail leading up to the hut, um, floating orbs of an ethereal green essence just kind of humming around the landscape here. But all in all, the hut's in front of you. What are we doing?
Tregol, are those orbs dead things? Or undead?
Um, uh,
Hold on, I'll sniff them out. I'm gonna
distant voice
sniff
in the
the air.
sky. How would I determine if those are undead? Are these things, or have I ever seen anything like these disembodied?
Yeah. Um, I would say reasonably with I don't know, your whole experience and mission, I guess, against the undead. You're familiar with these tiny undead creatures as being referred to as will-o-wisps.
So I will say, gentlemen, be very careful. These are will-o-wisps. They are spirits of the dead. They will try to lead you and charm you to your doom.
How about we lead them to Kellamvor?
We can do our best.
Ah, crap. I just remembered we don't have magical weapons. How are we going to fight this lady?
We, if all goes well, we won't need to fight. We're only here to pass along information and her. What was her?
Yeah,
I
it was,
pull out
it was a
out
hair thing.
Agatha's comb. I pull out
Yes.
Agatha's comb, the silver comb.
Uh, do you know our track record? We go into places, we end up generally fighting whatever's there. Try and stop Ragnar from fighting anything.
There's always an option Z. It's easy. Just tell him if he doesn't fight, he gets more sacks. It works.
That's on you, guy. I'm not lying to the guy.
Oh, I'm not lying. I'll personally pay for it.
Ragnar will walk up behind you. Goes, all right. So who are we fighting?
Our own inhibitions, so that we can possibly get a reward of future sacks.
All right. Who's inhibition
Sex.
and where?
Who's talking about sex?
Baby,
Who-
we're talking about you and me.
Me?
No, thank you.
No. My name is Ragnar, not inhibition.
All right, this is getting
I
nowhere.
think Tregol should be the one to talk.
Since I've already mimed pulling it out, I'm gonna say that I have the silver comb out, and I'm just gonna sort of hold it out in front of me, um, as though it were um, some kind of a shield or a talisman or something, and um, so I look around at everybody. Shall I go ahead?
You're gonna comb
So
her hair, I guess. What is happening here?
hold on, pause for a second. If I recall correctly, and maybe my memory's wrong, but I believe you passed off the comb to I'm
Sister
forgetting
Grail.
Sister
And then
Grail,
at the party, she
And
gave
and
it
then
then
back.
she
we
gave
got
it
it
to her
back.
partner.
We got it back from her when we had um,
The party at the
get
compound or
together
The
at
whatever.
slop party,
our
where
yeah
no one wanted to eat my
Uh,
delicious foods.
okay,
yeah
sounds good. So continue. Sorry.
yeah
So you're
yeah.
gonna like comb her
So
hair or something like that? What's happening here?
oh, this is the item that according to Sister Grail will allow us to speak with her and perhaps get the information we need. And hopefully, if these disembodied spirits are connected with her, then it will also provide us some protection against them.
Okay. I don't know
I'm just
a lot of those words in any of that order, so I will just tell me if I need to hit something.
If stuff hits us, then yes, you can begin to hit it
Okay.
back.
And watch out for these motes of light.
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
guys
walk
afraid
up
of light?
next to Tregol, holding my shield, just ready to block a flank, I guess.
Okay. So I guess I will um, get ahead of Sky's PC. Um, when I move up, is there any immediate reaction from these glowing will-o-wisps?
Yeah. So um, you see as you start approaching, um, the the wisps start glowing, like pulsating a darker color and like uh I already used pulsating, but the reverberating the color that they're letting off stronger and stronger as it appears they're agitated that you're getting closer, but then they just disappear.
Oh, okay.
Could
The
they be
cowards
like
realize how strong we are.
Oh, see, guys, I don't know what you were worried about. They don't even want to fight us. These little light things.
Do you think they're notifying the banshee?
I will take 2 more steps forward. I'll move up 10 more feet, and I will call out, Agatha, we have come to return something that belongs to you.
So you see this wisp do the same thing. It starts pulsating, flickering with a stronger coloring, and then dissipates back out of existence. And as you call out, excuse me, um, to Agatha, here I'll show this to everyone. You see an ethereal elven woman come from the entrance of this hut and yells with a booming voice across the forest, "What do you want here?
Oh, my lunch back. Bleh.
What do you have for me?"
And I hold out the comb and I say, we we request information if you know anything about Gentle and specifically Gentle's spell book. Uh, we have brought this comb that was taken from you by our understanding, and we wish to return it. We only ask that you let us know if you know anything about Gentle and his spell book.
You see, as she erupts from this hut, her expression is of anger. And when you raise the comb up, you see her expression become more gentle as she kind of cocks her head. Like I imagine it like horror movies, like it's like a quick switch with like a little fade, like, oh, what's going on here? Um, you have something that seems familiar to me. You ask of a spell book. Does it? Would that be in exchange for this?
With a little extra information.
The all we ask is any information you have of the spell book. If you possess the spell book, we would ask leave to take it, and in return we will give this back to you. If you only know information about the spell book, we will still give this to you.
Also, could you just stop messing with stuff around here?
Don't you know it's death to seek me out, and you're trying to negotiate handing over something?
No,
Yeah,
you are
I'm gonna be
undead.
honest back here. He's trying to hand you a comb, and I'm a little worried about what's happening here because obviously you don't. I mean, you don't need a comb anymore.
I
Do
mean,
you?
she's clearly got hair. Why wouldn't she need a comb?
I don't know.
She could
She's
honestly, the
she's
parts of the
flying.
dress are all coming apart too. She could probably comb that too.
She's flying though, so like
You know how much
Silence,
wind gets in.
fools! Do you want to know about this book? In exchange for the comb, or die?
Can I whisper to Tregol real quick? Hey,
Sure.
find out what'll happen if she gets the comb. Like, does she go away or does she become more powerful and become more of a problem?
Instead of asking her outright, DM, now that I see her, do I have any kind of insight of what maybe will this comb help her find rest, or will this comb help her get more
Ascend.
powerful. I don't know.
You just have to find out. No,
She's now a level 20 lich.
yeah, yeah. I would say at least canonically with this adventure, I don't know how this works with banshees, honestly, in D&D lore, but you like you would understand that giving something that may have been part of what had anchored a being to the realm instead of moving on um, could possibly help them move on.
Yes, we would like to help you um, achieve your final rest um, and reunite you with this item. And all we ask is any information that you have about this spell book and about Bow Gentle.
Well, you can ask any question, and I can find answers for you. You sure this is the answer you seek?
It is our only purpose for coming here to seek this information and to reunite you with this object.
If it's not the only question, I have one.
Only one question, mortal.
Ah, never mind. I feel
Very
like
well.
mine's probably not as important.
She, and within like a blink of an eye, she appears before you, and like slowly grabs the comb from your hand and backs off. It immediately teleports back to the hut as she has a smile on her face as she looks at the comb. She says, "As far as this Bow Gentle's spellbook, I had it at one point when I was alive. I recall this. It was given to me by a necromancer named Cernoth from the city of Erebor more than 100 years ago. But as far as the whereabouts of it now, I'm uncertain."
And this necromancer's name again, DM?
Cernoth.
Cernock.
Here, let me put it in the chat.
Starts with a T.
Okay.
So you notice as she answers the question, the comb ignites in like a blue flame as it starts engulfing her, as the previously terrifying visage of this banshee of like torn clothes and everything start melting away as you see a still an ethereal form of an elven woman, but in more royal looking garb, cleaner look, very pretty, as the flames start to ignite brighter. It says, "Good luck, adventurers, on whatever you find. Thank you for bringing me this comb." As she just
And as she
disappears.
dissipates, I just bow and say, "Blessings, my lady."
No, no, Callum for her.
I believe that she is going to her rest with Kalimvor, and Kalimvor will welcome her.
As she dissipates and goes, "Thanks for not attacking."
And then I look at
Are the will-o-wisps gone?
I look at Ragnar and I say, "Ragnar, I bet you there's some sacks in that hut."
I would really like to find out. I'm gonna walk up to the
Wait. The will-o-wisps aren't leaving, guys. I don't think she controls them.
I don't care. I want the sack.
Knock,
Why
knock.
is that
I'm
thing
gonna
moving
kick the door
closer?
open.
Oh god. Oh god.
And Kyle guessed it.
Stop!
Uh-oh. Okay.
Nib! Nib! Turn around!
Why does it keep
As you,
auto-correcting me to nib? What is happening?
It's probably because like a lot of these, I just dragged your character tokens on, so I didn't have to worry about it later, and then I maybe
Yeah,
changed the token reference.
Oh.
So that's probably why. But as you move closer to the hut, and seeing the banshee disappear, the will-o-wisps all of a sudden appear right next to you. As they begin to pulsate again, more with an electrical charge as we go into combat.
Oh no. Okay.
All right, so let's shift this music real quick
Cuts
to
to
some
booty
combat music. Brought to you by Monument Studios Fantasy Plus. And you see as and they're not, I wouldn't say they're taking a surprise round, but you see two additional forms appear as well.
Excuse me.
Good news is that I can't be surprised.
All right, so let's do quick. What was that? Sounded like somebody
was
hit
my
like a bass
phone.
drum.
I think it's because mic is on the desk, so it reverberated and shook the stand. I think.
This is exactly what happened.
I always forget the damn command. Group dash init.
I don't like that you do things for me. I don't trust your rolls.
Well, go ahead and roll. If you don't want me to roll for you, just go ahead. I have to figure out the damn command anyway. I'm gonna do it for my
What is that
monsters.
on?
Apparently, it's a 2.
Because on my screen, it's like
It's
super
between
tough.
a 2 and a
Between a
20.
2
Yeah.
and a 20, yeah.
If you want,
Like-
Joe, we can rule the 20.
That's cocked.
Well, what's weird is maybe it's just my screen. Maybe I gotta refresh. But y'all rolled and it still didn't give me your initiative in the turn order.
Did you have your character selected when you rolled?
Maybe that was it.
Much not better.
Let's stop it.
Oh wow. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, like I can't. What is going on here? You gotta love roll 20 for its stupid stuff.
It did
Alright.
just have an update, so some of the plugins that we use probably aren't
My initiative
working as
always
used.
alright.
So
You right.
Weird.
maybe one where it's just got to go through the updates.
Hey,
Well,
anyone want to
balls.
swap?
Your call.
I mean, I'm down to swap with anyone who wants to.
Do you have any magical attacks, Nif?
The
Wait,
best
who
I
is this?
have is I can apply Crimson Right, which is where I do fire damage, and I can apply that to a weapon or my claws.
I will swap with you because I don't know that I have any magical things that can do anything to these creatures.
Okay,
Are we
So-
level 3?
I believe so. 4 actually.
We're level 4. Yeah.
4 Ken doesn't. Isn't that when, or is it 5?
Unless he
Like
chose the
5.
wrong, a different one.
Is it 5?
It's 5 when
5.
my
They turn magical.
yeah when my attacks become magical.
That's such a nerf on monks.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, who are we missing? Oh my god, I just rolled.
This-
For all those
monks are so frustrating until you get to like level 6 or 8.
I need to be at I need to be at 14, not 17. I accidentally rolled with advantage. I
And
don't even know how because it's
14.
on normal roll.
I don't think it matters.
do you,
If
as
you're
a
in the same
class
spot.
feature or a racial feature, get to roll initiative with advantage? You'd have a feat or anything that does that?
Not at
Yeah.
level 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
and,
what are these 19s? Get out of here.
And DM, I was gonna swap with Nif, so he can have my 2216 and I'll take his 8.
Technically,
Okay.
Sky would go before anyway.
So
Oh.
you're
Oh
swapping.
no, I'm sorry. It's
with-
20.
No.
You're
Yeah.
swapping with 8. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna make this easy on myself and just put order 19, 18. All right. So Nif, you are up.
Okay. I think the best action for me at the moment is to use my what is it called? Nimble Escape. As a bonus action, and I'm gonna get away from this guy. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. I feel better about being there. As a bonus action, and then can I do this? Can I do 2 bonus actions, one in place of an action?
No.
Okay. Then I'm done. Does one of the spectral thingies? What am I looking at over here? Oh, it's like a skeleton wraith thing. Okay. Does one look
Let me see
beefier
if
than
there's a
another,
bird.
or are they about the same?
Do they look what? Like
Does one
different
look
from him?
beefier?
Beefier? No, they look the
No.
same.
All right, I'll just do the one closer to us then, and I will. Or is that a bonus action too? Hold on.
Well, I don't know. What is your
Whoops.
attack? Is your
I did
attack
not
an
mean to show
action
you
or a
all that.
bonus
If you can
action?
close it.
If we can close
No,
it.
I was.
I
Do
sent you the
not look
stat block.
behind the screen. Do not look behind the curtain.
Oh man.
Very
Were you just
interesting.
trying to show us
Very
something?
interesting.
All right.
Just look at how
so,
you're gonna get fucked.
Oh, it says no action.
I forgot we're
Cool.
on
This
stream.
cost me
Oh.
nothing.
Five to the charity jar.
So I'm just gonna the one on the right. I guess
Clarity.
the one closer to
Swear to
Ragnar.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my blood maledict of bloated agony, and so I'm gonna stab myself with 1d4 of damage. Give me 1 second to get to the actual thing.
Oh, I think I tried these.
So that's 2. So I'm gonna take 2. And then I'll just amplify it because I can. They have blood in their bodies, right? Well, I guess I'll find out. The curse has been. You can one to. Oh, sorry, I gotta find the actual description. I was looking at the right one. There it is. All right, yeah. So it's gonna take one. Oh, I didn't think this through. 1d8 of necrotic damage if it makes more than one attack on its turn. And by amplifying it, it's going to last for 1 minute, but it can make a con saving throw at the end of each of its turns to end the curse. DC 12.
And this is to which one?
Boing. The bottom one.
Okay.
And that is all I can do. I'll just stand there ready with my shield, I guess. Not that it'll do anything realistic.
Let me open up my if token thing. So let's see. Got to put the little cursey on him. So it's not doing anything right now. Am I on mute?
No. We can hear you.
I'm on mute. I'm replying. It only happens if he attacks twice. Creatures that don't have blood in their bodies are immune to blood curses unless the curse has been amplified. So I guess it doesn't matter. I amplified it anyway.
Okay.
So he's cursed whether he has blood or not.
I can't find. Are these different tokens? No.
Oh, and he also has disadvantage on strength and dexterity checks.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna give him this icon. I don't know. I can't find. It's a cursed one.
If you
even
want to
though
give him a
they're
little
cursed.
blood symbol, it's a blood curse. Makes you feel better.
Is the
Sure.
bleeding one.
All right. So that ends your turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay. On to the creature for which you had cursed.
I'm glad I chose
He's
that one.
going to urge. We'll say he. Canonically, this is a he.
They can work.
He's gonna run up. And slash with a longsword at Ragnar. Is a 14 hit? I don't believe so.
No, it is not.
Okay. Now it's also going to take a second attack, so remind me what that does. You're muted.
Necrotic damage.
Okay.
I'm not well versed, but does that heal him?
We shall see.
Depends on the undead type and the edition of the game.
All right.
Yeah. I don't play it. 'Cause I think 4 or 5e. That's not.
Honestly,
Ken's
for
point, I think it was a previous edition.
a guy that
Yes.
hates undead, I really didn't choose the right blood curse. Well, I guess
So
if it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter. So it's still
You-
good. So
Do you roll something and then I get that?
I mean, I can
damage?
roll the 1d8 if you like.
Up to you.
There you go, 4.
So it is halved.
Wow, peek behind the DM screen. There we go.
All right. So a 16 hit you, Ragnar.
Yes.
So you see the eyes of this being light up with a red energy as it opens its mouth and shoots out like a shadowy kind of smoke as it emanates around you and starts feeling like a pull on your body. As you make a con save for me, please. And let me know if it's above a 13, which it is. Okay.
It is 16.
So if it fails. It doesn't mention what happens when it fails, so I'm assuming you just don't take the damage. I'll read it further and come back to you. But you feel the pull as it like seems to be like pulling and making you tired as you quickly try to move backwards out of the reach of the smoke as it kind of dissipates off of you as he closes his mouth. Nothing happens.
Hey, Joe.
It's a 2-hit spell
Yeah.
and a saving throw?
It's a
I don't
two.
even
Say
take
that again.
half?
No, you take
what?
nothing until he reads further.
I didn't
You
hear
rolled
the
the hit.
question.
You rolled a hit, didn't you?
Rolled it. Yeah, I rolled a hit with it, and it's and then it requires a con save, and if you don't, or if you succeed,
Oh, you take
nothing
half?
happens. It looks like
Oh.
that.
That's weird.
It
Ability
is.
that has a 2-hit and a saving throw.
It must be powerful if it does hit.
Yeah, they have a multi-attack that they can choose to use their weapons and replace one of the weapon attacks with this attack. But it's kind of weird that it doesn't have a fail. But assuming it succeeds, I think I understand why. So we see.
Real
I don't
quick,
know if this
can
is a 2024 stat block or not.
It's a
But
Can I
giant
add some-
monster spell.
Can I add some flavor text to my Cursive Bloated Agony now that I'm thinking of it?
Sure.
So I'd like to think big pustules of necrotic poison form on their body, bloating them up. And when they make a second attack, it strains and bursts and causes them the damage.
Sick.
It just
Like it.
sounds fun.
Nice.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Sky, you are up. With the
All right.
next being up next and Barry following.
I am going to run back, trying to make sure I have eyes on everything in front of us, and knowing that we can at least make contact with these skeleton boys. I'm gonna try, if possible, to aim my arrow shot at this will-o-wisp, but if it is incorporeal like I think it may be, hoping that it continues forward and just hits the other guy. Does that kind of make sense? Just since they're like just light, right? I don't know if an arrow will do anything, so I'm like, if I miss this, hopefully I still get something.
Is that a straight line for you?
Could be.
Are you currently an otter? Oh, you're way back there. Okay,
my
sorry.
my companion is. Should be. Right?
He is. I didn't zoom out enough, and I didn't see you hiding off in the back.
Yeah, I'm off to the left, yeah. And then he's gonna go on my turn. You're muted, by the way. Joe, if you're talking to us.
I love that. Anyways, what I was saying was that I think it would reasonably go through the
Okay.
will-o-wisp. Yeah.
I was just gonna try to shoot, and then if it did, hopefully it would, hit the guy behind it. So more so
Are
me
you
learning.
trying to hit the will-o-wisp?
Well, I'm trying to learn information about the will-o-wisp. Like, can my abilities as is deal with the will-o-wisp? Is what I'm trying to learn.
My thought.
Well, I'm
would
trying
be-
to do
I
it
like your
using,
approach better than mine.
if that kind of makes sense.
My
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
is if he's going to aim at the bad guy that's not the will-o-wisp, he'd wait for the will-o-wisp to be in between them and then release. That
Yeah.
would make
Pretty much. All right, let's see. Dirty 20 to hit.
30-20 hits.
Okay, and the arrow just cleanly through the will-o-wisp, no issue.
Correct.
I thought so. I just wanted to confirm. So that would hit the.
Oh, you know what?
The
I'm
white.
just like going off of realism, but I technically would hit them.
Oh,
So I like the creativity here, though. I'd say we can do half each, as like it hits each target.
okay. So like 3 points of damage to the will-o-wisp, but 4 points of damage to the.
That's a good point. It's a 7,
was it,
so
white?
however you want to split it.
All right, yeah. We'll do that. That works.
3 on the will-o-wisp.
Yeah, 3 on the will-o-wisp and 4 on the. What was it? A white?
Oh,
think
y'all can see the names.
undead
yes, they're white.
abomination.
You
It's
yeah, the undead,
abomination.
the skeleton zombie creature thing.
Joe, by the way, can you make a
Mm.
con save for that white? Because to get out of my bloated curse.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Yes,
Wait.
con saving throw.
I just noticed that like anytime I change the health, it doesn't let you guys know. Or,
Yeah, no, we have no info on any of this stuff.
yeah, looks like I
Yeah.
don't have
Other
to
than
update
what
the
you
script.
sent us, we're not allowed
Only
to
gives
see.
us 1.
So they got an 8.
All right,
So
yeah,
I'm
that
guessing
fails,
did
so
not
he
pass.
still is cursed.
All right.
And then just to end my turn, my otter companion is going to run up to and try to bat at this will-o-wisp in front of me.
Okay.
Do
make a
otters
beat
even have
strike.
claws?
They have paws. It's bludgeoning
Gonna pick up
damage
his
anyway.
stone
So.
and just
17 to hit for that.
I think they still have nails.
17
do.
does not hit.
It does not. All right.
why?
So he just is like jumping at it and like pawing at it.
Yeah, you just see it like as every swipe, the wisp like separates and then joins back. It like floats around them and stuff.
It's almost as if calling an otter to us is a dumb choice.
You wanted to meet her.
I didn't say a thing.
Ragnar said it wasn't possible, and here she is.
That because Ragnar's the king of good choices.
Let's fight about this after we've
Well,
done
thank
fighting
you,
these
Nif.
things.
That's very kind
Welcome.
of you.
All right.
Yeah, it's my
At least
turn.
somebody in this group sees my intelligence.
Yes, we're all blind to it.
Oh, we see it.
I know, because it shines greatly.
Indeed.
So the other white runs up to Nif, performs the same maneuver by slashing with his longsword. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
That is 3 slashing. Oops, excuse me, I'm reading the wrong thing. So it was a 21. Excuse me, it's a 9 slashing damage as he pulls the longsword from his back and slashes down onto you, and
Ow,
does
you
the same
jerk.
thing. Its eyes start glowing as a black smoke starts pouring out of its mouth and surrounding you. Make a con save. A 6 will not do.
That's a whole 6.
So you take 7 necrotic damage.
just
And
rude.
as this happens, you feel as if your life has been physically drained from your body, your life force. So this is a reduction of your maximum hit points.
That's bad
Yeah,
for
so you also lose 7 from your maximum HP.
That's bad.
Yeah, these are
Barry, you're up.
nasty.
Oh, that's what that is.
What, did you pull the stat block back up?
No.
That we aren't supposed to see, that's still in our inventory as creatures?
Oh, it's still in there?
In
Good.
the inventory?
It's still
Well,
in
I
there.
know I shared a handout for the white.
Willow
and I
Willis.
yeah, okay, so let me
Yeah.
go and remove that.
I just looked at it.
I was just like, just close it, please.
Yeah.
I could have just immediately removed it. Duh. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. Y'all, I'm sure, at some point looked at a Will-O-Wisp stat block.
Never.
Let's play it as your characters, shall we? So, I had mentioned it was 7, and I see, Nif, that your health points are 18 out of 43. So what happened there?
Yeah, you hit me twice.
Oh yes, I did. Yes, 9.
Just rubbing it in?
I just wanted to bring it back up, you know. Make it feel the.
And then I
the
also did
small
damage
moment.
to myself earlier as well.
Ah, okay. So Barry, you are up.
Muted.
You're muted, sir.
Yeah, you're muted, Ferg.
I feel like we need like a sound effect of just like, you're
Nif is-
muted. You're muted.
Nif is always dying.
Be like a duck sound.
Yeah.
It's because I want to be in front and do some damage, but I'm too squishy. It's like I have my hybrid form, but because I use Nimble Escape, I couldn't actually use it because
Do
it was
that.
a bonus action to shift. So I'm like, alright.
All
At least I
right.
got the other guy.
What are you doing?
First thing I'm gonna do is go and oh shoot,
You can walk through
Got him.
Tregol space.
I clicked out of my sheet. But I'm gonna go up and use my class ability, and I'm going to touch Tregol on the shoulder and say, let's light this one up, bro. And you're gonna be engulfed in flames. You're gonna get the spell effect Flame of the Summer.
Ooh. I'll find the little flaming thing. All right.
And I'll post it in the chat over here. And I don't know if I should just. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Yeah, I'll just do that for now. But it's not going to do much.
He's vulnerable to cold even though he's on fire. Hmm.
I mean, they're like opposites, right?
I mean, yeah,
mean,
but
it's
you
not
would
like there's
think
water
the fire
damage.
would.
Yeah. True.
But I will then do the same and say, hey, Nif, man, you're looking pretty rough by this guy. And I'll cast protection from good and evil on you.
Oh, cool. Thanks. I wish I knew that one. Or any.
But I'll have to stay here for right now. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. That'll be my that's my bonus action, my movement, and my action. So that is it. And I
Okay.
will stay right here next to Nif.
All right, so on to this will-o-wisp here. It's going to float over to Ragnar as it takes a. Doesn't do anything. So it starts pulsing with a more like electric-like energy as it shoots a green lightning bolt towards you as you dodge out of the way just in the nick of time. It then will do nothing. That is, I believe it's. Yeah. Yep. All right, Ragnar, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna rage, and then I'm gonna attack the little zombie dude that's in front of me. Recklessly. Should I
Okay.
do reckless? Yeah. Always do reckless.
Always.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay. 12, 14 piercing damage.
Blech.
All right.
And that is it for my turn.
Okay.
Hold on, is that guy not dead?
Is that gonna what?
Is that guy not dead?
Nope.
I thought when I did 4 damage to him, you said he was halved.
No, 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 no.
The damage
the
was
damage
halved
is
'cause
halved.
it was necrotic.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And yeah, that's
No, it's-
what also happens with this bludgeoning damage. So you see, like, as you slam the war pick into him with anger in your eyes, it lands in, and it doesn't seem to be phased as it just lifts the war pick out from its wound and pushes you back.
I know. Look, I
By
just
not
wanted to go
phased,
into
it's
that.
not immune. Just
I
want to
just wanted
clarify.
to go in that tent
that
for
for me.
sacks, man. We can just like, write this off. Okay, I guess that's a no.
These guys are rude.
All right, on to the next will-o-wisp. It's gonna float over to Tregol. This barrier causes damage, right?
Any
believe
creature
it's-
within 5 feet of you at the end of the target's turn takes fire damage.
Okay.
So, it can try to move away from me after it tries to attack me.
It could certainly try. Does a 15 hit? Looks like
Unfortunately,
it does.
yes.
You
it
take
does.
6 lightning damage,
Ow!
and it just begins to float around you for the remaining movement you had, staying within your thing.
Okay, so then at the end
like
of the turn,
repositioning the shock.
Wouldn't it be at the end of your turn because you're the target?
the end of the target's turn.
Or is
Yeah.
it
It's,
Okay,
it's
yeah, at the
Ken's
end of
turn.
my turn.
because
okay.
you're the target of its attack?
Okay.
Or it could be it's the target
He's the
of
target of
harm.
the spell.
Okay, so the target of the spell would then be no.
I imagine it's like a video game when you have
Well,
like
like a
the
rolling-
fire aura and it just goes out every time you're moving.
Mhm.
It just happens to do that.
Yeah, friendly target. So I would be the target. So I guess it's
Correct.
at the end of my turn. Any creature within 5 feet of me takes the D4 damage.
Yes.
That's the way I'm reading that.
So Tregol, you are up.
Okay. Um,
Or
then
are you
I
in
am
his
going
turns
to.
next?
DM, have we seen that Sky's attack against the creature actually did damage to it?
That's a good point. I didn't narrate that, but yeah, the arrow, it almost like as it hit through its flame, because it wasn't noticing it, it like kind of slowed a little bit and then came
Okay.
out at the typical trajectory that he launched at. It did seem to affect it a little bit, but
Okay. Well then,
not as much as
I am
anticipated.
going to make my unarmed strikes, and I will use a key point to do a flurry of blows if necessary. But my first unarmed strike, well, that's not gonna hit.
Nope,
Armor class 10.
that does not.
Okay. So then I'll use a key point, and I'll do 2 more of those. So armor class 19, does that hit?
That does it.
Okay, so that's 7 points of damage. I don't know if there's any damage reduction on that. Because
It
it's
is.
okay, so I guess
Right
it would
there
take
it is.
3.
Mhm.
And then I will make my last unarmed strike, which is also a miss. And then at the end of my turn, the 1d4 of fire damage is dealt to it,
Fire.
and that's 4. So I don't know if it has any damage reduction against the fire or not.
It is. It doesn't seem to be as affected either.
Okay.
It
Does the
seems
fire?
to, like, as you you're punching this will-o-wisp, like your first hit kind of just goes right through him. The other one, you feel like it is impacting slightly, like you feel a force behind it. While the other one, you don't seem to feel it. But when the aura of fire ignites from you, you see the flames lick up across it, and it seems to, like, kind of breathe it in and kind of shake around a little bit, like it's uncomfortable with what it just ingested, but
Okay.
it was halved.
Okay. All right. Uh, that's attack, or my standard bonus action. I can't move without drawing a opportunity attack, so that's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. So this will-o-wisp's turn is up. He, like, starts doing the same pulsing that you were seeing earlier, and then just disappears. The same one here. It's gonna move towards Tregol and do a shot. A 6 doesn't hit, so it shoots a green lightning bolt towards you, but you're able to quickly maneuver out of the way as it lands behind the other will-o-wisp.
I sort of do a Jackie Chan, arch my back and
Oh, like a I don't know, like a backbend thing where you get back up.
back
Yeah,
bend thing, and
nice.
the lightning bolt just goes right over me.
I like it. All right. At the top of the round, starting with Nif, you are up.
Okay. I would like to search my arcane knowledge and see if I recall what would be an effective damage against these will-o-wisps. Is that reasonable? Since they are undead?
You're like, sorry, you're trying to use like your
I'd like to do an arcana
training,
check.
I guess. Okay.
Through my hatred of the undead, I would have done a little bit of research when I could, and see if I can recall what works effectively against these creatures.
Sure, we'll roll with it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
With your backstory.
Because it's an
Okay.
undead, I gain advantage.
Walked into that one.
Yep. Anytime I start asking questions, be on the lookout. So there's advantage roll. And perfect. 21.
You don't glean any information. No, I'm just kidding. Which one are you specifically trying to do it to?
I guess the Wights, because I feel like they have more health than the little ones. So. But I guess maybe it's your call which one I would know more about. Like which one of these two is more common in the world, whatever these Wights are or the will-o-wisps.
It's a great question. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll go with white.
Okay.
And you're trying to see what would affect them.
Correct. Like if it's general, just anything magical, or is it like these guys don't do well to fire damage? You know what I mean? I'm sure people have written books about effective modes of dispatchal.
Yeah, so we'll say.
I don't think that's a word, is it? Heyo! We just received a tier 1 subscription for 7 months in the row from Jathan of Gideon's Games. So cheers to you, Jathan.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jathan.
Bloop.
Thank you.
Wow.
A big foamy sip just for you.
Wow. So, that's a hefty resource.
So I whispered you on the
yes.
What a character. So you can.
All right. So
RP that.
Talking is a free action, correct?
Yes.
So I'll yell out, "I don't think anyone's got silver, but these things they can take magical damage." Which I imagine we all knew, but so it is what it is. So what I will do then is I still have my shield up, and I'm gonna pull out one of my hand crossbows with my other hand. And as a bonus action, activate my Crimson Right. Which, let me just do the details on that. Bonus action, activate any right you know on a weapon you're holding. Weapon can only hold one active right at a time. When activated, I take 1d4 necrotic damage. So that's a whole 4. Wonderful. However, when the right is active, attacks made with this weapon are magical, dealing an additional 1d4 damage of the type determined by the chosen right, which was fire. But the whole thing is magical, so any damage I do with it is full, and then I assume the fire is halved. Am I correct in that assumption? Okay. All right. So, using that, I will... This guy's too close. So, I'm just going to fire at the one next to Ragnar. Boom, that one. And I will fire my hand crossbow. That is 8 plus... So, 12. Man.
I feel like that's a decent damage roll.
No.
Oh, 12 to hit.
Yeah,
no, that does not hit, unfortunately.
Cool.
I don't know why your specific like rolls in roll 20. I know because you're using beyond 20 or something, but I don't get why it appears differently. No, it just I don't know if it's just for me, but your blocks look different than others.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I guess because it's not rolling with the damage.
Well, I clicked the actual thing.
Ew. Well, then we need to add their damage roll to that.
If you click next to it, there's
like
one
I
that
click
that will
says
do
hit /
both
DC.
both the hit and the damage with one roll.
Whoops.
So
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, so like if I click this.
No, because I'm seeing that like in your character sheet, you don't even have attacks It's,
Oh yeah,
put
it
up
was.
though.
I have to do everything custom in that thing, and it is so finicky that I just used Beyond 20 and only updated the AC and crap for you so that you had it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then it's. I
Beyond
think it's just a
Roll
beyond 20
20
thing.
was not playing well with all of the custom stuff because being a goblin, Roll 20 doesn't do that, and then being a blood hunter, Roll 20 doesn't do that. So everything was custom, so it was just not working for me. But yeah, so
Well,
I'll just
good if y'all
stand
want to
here
donate for
with
those books.
my thumb placed in a precarious position and just wait to die. I'm done.
All right. Good. So on to the white near Ragnar. It sees a crossbow bolt just whiz by its head as it goes to take another attack with its longsword. 2 attacks. A 15 and a 21. I think the second one only hits.
Yeah, the 21 does, but not the 15.
So that's 12 slashing damage. It takes 2
Which is half
necrotic.
the 6.
Alright. So the war pick that it pulled out in reaction to you attacking it, it goes to quickly attack back with its longsword in retaliation, but you block it with that same war pick, but it then goes around a different direction with the longsword and gashes into your ribs, but you just look at him angrily as you just push it out the same way and push him back to halved. Sky, you were up.
Right. Well, I've been having to fix some audio issues for a little bit, so I apologize. But
Worries.
the one attacking Ragnar, I'm going to try and attack him again with the longbow shot. I need to make sure I'm marking my arrows. That's 2 now. That is a 15 to hit.
15 does hit. Yep.
Awesome. That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage on that one.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm then going to move down here. That should still put me in range. And then away from them. And then making sure that's not correct. Speed should be 25. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'm going to put my otter companion attacking this will-o-wisp. And that will be it keeps rolling for me. Oh, nothing. That's a 5.
That's a 5. Yeah. It won't land.
Nothing. It's literally just jumping up, batting, wishing it had a shell. That's all.
It just keeps like moving in and out of its paws as it's sweeping at him. It's just like little T-Rex arms.
It thinks it grabs it, and then as it falls back down, the light still stays in the same spot.
Yeah. It's like a red light laser.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you
gonna
let
end
loose
mine.
that arrow towards the white. It lands into its neck and not even phased. It continues to its onslaught against Ragnar. And sorry, I think I interrupted you. Did you say you were doing something?
No. That's the end of my turn. Sorry, I had a cough, so I muted myself.
Real quick, I didn't see, but Joe did mention it just to me now. So I'll yell out, "Oh yeah!" and they don't like light. So just so everyone has the information. So if anyone's got I don't know.
The wisps?
No, the white guys.
The white don't like light?
Sure.
That don't sound
Yeah.
right.
Listen, don't argue with
It
me
might.
facts.
With my sight, we can see.
I'm clipping that.
I'm gonna need you to stop.
Cool.
Just keep going.
All right, so on to the other white. It's gonna take 2 longsword attacks on Nif. Ooh, both of those dirty 20s.
No, thank you.
Fortunately, not a crazy amount of damage. It's only 9 in total between 2
You get
longsword attacks.
disadvantage.
Oh yeah, you
'cause
have
he is
protection from good
protected
and
by
evil.
good and
Yay!
evil.
So that would be an 11 and 20 for the other one. So the one would hit for 6.
Ah,
Thanks for the reminder there.
guys, I'm not doing well.
Yeah, it goes to hit you with the longsword as like this shield, like ethereal radiant shield just blocks its attack as it slams down with the first one, and it slams into the same spot, giving way into it a little bit to slice into your shoulder. Ken, did you feel that one? On Barry.
All right. I'm just gonna go up and try and smack it. So Barry's gonna touch the end of giggity, and it's gonna turn into a gnarled. And he says, it's gonna turn into a gnarled baseball bat, and like baseball bat type shape, and I cast Shillelagh on it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say, duck, Nif.
Ducks where? They're delicious.
Close enough, bro.
I'm shorter than you.
I'm
It's
gonna
fine.
trying to give it a good old shillelagh.
He's gonna Barry Bonds this thing out of here.
With that was a 15 hit.
15 does it. Yep.
Nice. All right.
I thought Shillelagh was like something that you put on your staff.
Yeah, he touched the end of the
Did
staff.
they
You
change
didn't
it?
hear
I
him
touched-
giggity?
Well, it looks like that spell is like
It's
separate.
it's a touch spell because you touch the weapon, which makes
Correct.
Oh,
it
okay.
which makes it magical.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Oh, yeah.
actually configured Shillelagh, because isn't it just like a plus, I don't know, 2 to hit or something like that?
Makes
right?
it a magical.
Well, it
weapon.
uses my spell casting ability, and it makes it a magical weapon.
Nice.
Oh yeah, so this is magical weapon, so that's 8 points of magic bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Give me a second here. I hate how they word things in stat box sometimes. Okay. So that does still have but it's in combination because it's predominantly magic, so I would say it's still 8. We'll just roll with 8.
And that was my bonus action. I'll have to. I don't remember how many charges I have of this. I think I have to level up first. So that'll be about. That'll be the end of my turn. I'll stand here and look over at Nif and be like, "Hey, bro, you might want to try and like stop hurting yourself, and then get behind me."
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Yeah, you see, like, from previous attempts to attack this undead creature, it didn't seem to be phased by the typical melee attacks that when you used your shillelagh, it managed to almost knock it off its feet and be pretty effective, as it it kind of cocks its gaze at you and begins grabbing its longsword. Or begins grabbing it. It's already grabbed. Begins wielding it towards you to swing.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's in my turn, so we're good to go.
All right. On to Will-O-Wisp next to Ragnar.
Ken, at the end of your turn, did you end up rolling for damage to that guy?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I did.
I forgot about that.
It's gonna make a shock attack. Man, it's just missing. So through the
Good.
vicious combat you're having with this undead creature, it just you happen to swing at the same time it goes to shock you, and the lightning bolt lands at the other side, missing. Ragnar, you are up.
Well, I'm gonna do what Ragnar does best and attack the skeleton boy in front of me recklessly. Where is my? There it is. First one is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
He takes 10 plus 18, 19, 20 points of piercing damage.
Sorry, that was 19?
20.
20. So that's halved, but I mean, still a good chunk of damage. It seems to be like as you make these impact wounds with your war pick, it seems to be just chipping away at its overall just all-encompassing body of flesh as you're whittling it down to a critical state. Is that end your turn, or would you like to do any movements?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right. On to the Will-O-Wisp next to Tregol. It's going to do the same thing. Take a shock attack. 13 does not hit. Fun.
No. Dance. Tregol leaps up and spins around and dodges the lightning.
It's just gonna do the same thing, just kind of move around you. Frustrated, like pulsing with energy as it's your turn.
Okay, I will sort of pivot in place to put it in front of me, and I'm going to make an unarmed strike against it. AC 11, that's probably gonna miss, right?
11 misses.
Okay, I'll spend another key point. And then I'll make 2 more unarmed strikes. First one is going after the same Will-O-Wisp. 19 for 7
hits.
points of damage, which is probably halved.
That it is.
Is it still up?
So for this guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you see as you land that blow, it like kind of forms around your fist as you hit it with the immense force that you gave, and it just dissipates.
Okay. And then with the flurry of blows, I will aim my last attack at the other one. The one between me and the otter.
Okay.
AC 18, will that hit?
Does not hit.
Okay, so hey, we found the magic number for its AC. And then at the end of my turn, the D4 fire aura goes off and deals one point of damage.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
both of them, so it's still good.
Hey, you know what?
Well,
Can't
one
be
died.
halved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can't be helped.
One can't be halved.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. On to the invisible wisp.
They can
So it reappears behind Sky as he
No.
as it. I don't think it has gender. 19 hits for 6 lightning damage.
Zorch.
Onto
Zoinks.
the other will-o-wisp that is in your aura. It's going to choose to disappear. With Nif up next.
Okay. So he's still got that. I hate that everything for me is a bonus action. Because I can't do 2 in 1 turn. Alright. I will do the smart thing. I'm going to use bonus action, nimble escape. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and hide in a bush. And then use my full action to drink the potion of healing I have.
Okay.
Wait, at Joe's table.
So it'd be the
when
full
we use
amount,
the
yeah.
Full action.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you get the
Quick
full.
bio break.
Yeah. So 8, 10 healing.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll a stealth check. You say you're hiding in a bush.
This, because I'm so tiny, but also wearing heavy armor, is at disadvantage.
You have heavy armor?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pretty good though.
Wow.
All right.
Good.
You were
That's a
hitting.
nat 20. So good luck
And a
finding
19,
me.
a 20 and a 19. Yeah.
So you
Do I
are
get something
hitting.
special if it had been 2 20s?
You would get
A pat on the
critical
back.
So you get
Great
a
shot.
good job, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm back up a whole 10 health. Use my bonus action, use my full action, use my movement. That's all I got.
Okay. All right, on to did I skip? Yeah, no. On to the white. It's gonna take a long sword attack
As I run.
well.
Good luck, Barry!
Neither of those worked. Okay. So went to go swing at you with its longsword. You were able to clip it away with your war pick as it opens its mouth again, and that smoke starts pouring out. And you jump backwards in reaction to, and are not affected.
Did it attack twice, Joe?
Yep.
Hey,
About that.
stop it.
How do you-
Smoking is bad
Oh,
for your
boy.
health.
1.
It's good for your health in this this world.
Took a whole 1 damage.
It's good.
And then at the end of its turn, it can make a con save.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Did I do that on the last one? I know
think
I did
so.
it the first time around, but I don't think I did it. On
Yeah,
the
I think you did it both times, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it 15?
Yeah, so you're out of
Yeah,
it.
so meaning okay. How does that look?
As he stands there and like tries to shake it off, all of the pustules just slough off his body, and from a bush in the distance go, "Damn it!"
All right. So on to Sky.
All right. As a bonus action, I am going to be casting Zephyr Strike. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. It rolled that. It's not for that. I was trying to hit the
No
spell
worries.
slot 1. But so that will give me unprovoked. Basically, it doesn't provoke opportunity of attacks. So
Okay.
I'm going to move. Now that Nif got away, move away up here and take another arrow attack against the one against Ragnar. I'm not using the Zephyr Strike damage on this. It's just a normal.
Okay.
It's a 17 hit,
17 hits. Yep.
and that's going to be 8 points of piercing damage on that white. And then
This is starting
I
to sound
am going
derogatory. If you could
to-
just take that tone out of your voice, thanks.
that white. Yeah.
It's properly pronounced white.
And then I'm gonna have my otter run back towards the one that was just trying to attack me, and it's going to try to hopefully do something. 18. I don't think
No.
it did.
No.
An 18 to the
So
will-o-wisp?
close.
No. Yeah, so close, but no cigar.
Wait. 15 plus 2 plus 1. Why is it doing plus 2 plus 1?
Don't question the great and powerful roll 20.
Does that end your turn?
Wait. So, okay, it's adding plus 1 for my wisdom modifier, but it's my wisdom modifier is plus 2.
So you
So
definitely
it should be adding plus 2. So it would be plus 4 total.
But
So it's an 18?
It should be a 19.
Well,
19.
wait. What
I'm
does
not following your logic.
what does the creature's normal attack bonus?
It's a plus 2 plus my wisdom modifier.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so then I guess that would hit.
I guess I never updated because I
Yes,
never
you-
thought
yeah,
I
you
would
need
call this
to-
one out. If I'm honest
You
with
need
you.
to.
I never updated his wisdom.
Yeah, before your next turn, update that.
Yeah, I just did it now.
Yeah, so you hit for
I apologize about
5
that.
damage. No, you're good, man.
Mathin's hard.
So he was able to like grab the will-o-wisp and bring it down to the ground and start swatting it, but then like it seeped through his fingers and floated back up to where it was at.
Yeah, so
But
it
I'd like
gets.
to think he grabbed it and smacked it against a belly stone.
I
Yeah.
will say this: it does technically have the grappled condition unless it can't be grappled.
I would imagine they can't, but I'm not 100%.
Look it up,
True.
DM
I mean,
boy.
I
Yeah.
would say since I messed up the math, we don't even have to worry about it. So.
No, I mean that's not your fault. First of all, and roll 20 is clunky. But no, it wouldn't be grappled.
Okay.
Be able to be grappled, that is.
It didn't make sense for it to be. It was just.
Which actually works out
finally
for that
reading
description I just gave. It was trying to hold it down and it just
Yep.
seeped through his fingers and lifted back up.
I'm glad you did something, Lutra. You did it. So happy for you. That ends my turn.
Distantly in a bush. That thing sucks.
Hey, who said that? Looking around.
It's just the clank of armor in the distance.
Alright, so it's going to this what over here is going to take a long sword attack at Barry for 21 to be 4 slashing damage. And then he
One
was
second.
able.
I'm going to
Oop.
cast shield with the staff.
Oh,
of
nice. So I
defense.
don't know if I mentioned, but it was 21. So that would block it.
Yes, that will raise my AC of 5
Oh, nice.
until the start of my next turn, which is
Okay.
next turn.
Okay, I won't even bother finding an icon then. So with that being said, then an 18 would not hit for its second attack either.
Yep.
It's
Nice.
interesting
So
that-
Barry just like kind of spins the staff and like is able to use the wind created from the spinning of the staff to just nudge these attacks just off of his body.
Nice.
Pure skill.
I like to
effort.
imagine that the
Working
wind like cut the because he was gonna do the excuse me, the black smoke from his mouth move, and
Oh,
it just
nice.
like spreads around you and then just fades off.
Dissipates.
Yeah, I keep
Sick.
using the word dissipate. Trying to use different words.
together. I mean, if it works.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a good word.
So let's move on to Barry, and then we're gonna take our bio break.
Yeah, so Barry will just yeah, I'm just gonna go take another whack. So just hear the dun 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 dun, and a swing, swing of the shillelagh
All right,
for another 15
that hits.
And it's a sharp
another 8.
number toward the first base
Nice.
side.
Yeah.
I
that'll
like
be
to
the end
imagine
of-
you just like clock him in the head, and it like spins his head a couple times as he like cocks it back into place.
yeah, that'll be the end of my turn right there.
All right. Okay, so yeah, with that, that was a good turn, good round. Couple rounds that we've had so far, but we are going to take a quick bio break. So usually we do this around 9, so I was a little over. So we'll meet back at 9:20. So go ahead and grab a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever. But we'll see you at 9:20. Peace. right, welcome back everybody to Adventures on Tap Twitch stream where we're playing Phandelver and Below. We are halfway through our session. Something I forgot to mention is that we are in session 22, or excuse me, 23, but we do have the other ones archived on our YouTube, so youtube.com/ampersand. Oh, it's in the, yeah, it's in the description. Just grab it from there.
It's in the description as well as if you scan the QR code in the bottom right of your screen or the direction I'm pointing. You can follow our link tree there, and on there is links to all of our things.
Yep. And to that point as well, I know we mentioned it at the beginning, or if you've been watching, our previous sessions, if you're new, we are Central Florida based as of right now, predominantly in the greater Orlando area. So if you are around and you're tabletop role playing curious, I would imagine you're not if you're already here. But if you like 5e, and you like beer and you like charity, we do events. In breweries about 2 or so a month. We have paint and sips where you paint miniatures and drink beer. We also have mini campaigns, all in the name of charity, beer, and tabletop role playing games. We even showcase, excuse me, other tabletop role playing games that you wouldn't typically dive into. So you'd have a full table and a GM for a given game at that event. So go ahead and check out that link through the link tree or aotorlando.com to see what we have next. We also have it mentioned here on screen. Something also to mention is we do have a Patreon. So as I had just mentioned, is where a lot of it goes to charity, with not a lot left over for our bills. So we launched a Patreon this year, which has been pretty successful. You get I don't think the top tier is currently available right now, but go ahead and check out patreon.com/adventures on tap. If you're not local, you still benefit. I will say it's definitely a lot more beneficial for those that are around because you'll get discounts on tickets, our merch. You'll even get quarterly anniversary gifts, which is pretty cool. But yeah, check it out. It's there on our Patreon of what the different awards and benefits you get. You also get a say in what we do here on Twitch, as this is us wading the oceans of Twitch for the greater, I would say, for a year, about a year, we're about it. So we're still learning. So if you have any feedback on, or you want to see something on Twitch, you can do so through that outlet. And last but not least, before I dive back into the session, I did want to mention that in general, you've probably heard the music going on throughout our adventures, and that's supplied by Monument Studios Fantasy Plus. I think I missed it on the session the day after it happened, but they launched. So in general, let me take a step back. We backed their Kickstarter to help them out, and they're now partnering with us. And they have launched their revised, new and improved platform as of March 25th, which is really neat. It's a web app. Their plans are to have an actual phone app as well, and a desktop app, but it's a soundscape. So if you're familiar with other ones, this one, in my opinion, is way better because, as we were discussing before we even joined the session, is they have the guys running it. They are in the big leagues already. They wrote music for various video games that you're familiar with. So the music is phenomenal. It's high quality. It's stream safe, and you don't even technically have to credit them, but why wouldn't you? So if you're interested, I mean, it doesn't just apply to TTRPGs. If you're working on a video game project, if you simply just like listening to fantasy, sci-fi music, you can check out their new platform for 90 days by putting in a code of HI. So check that out. You get 90 days free. It's pretty cool. We love it. Hopefully you love it as well. And that is a lot of information. So I'm going to go ahead and dive back into our session. So we are in the midst of combat. Our adventurers had met with the banshee Agatha. They passed off the silver comb that Sister Garael had asked them in exchange for information on where a spell book was that her organization is looking for. After getting that information, she appears to have passed on to the next life just before dissipating, or I keep using that dissipating word, changing her visage from a horrifying look to what appeared to be like a high elven noble of sorts before she moved on into the next life. However, it seemed to either have had an effect or maybe no effect because she didn't control them with the undead that were in the surrounding area. And we are now in the midst of combat with a handful of will-o-wisps and 2 Wights. And yeah, we're going to pick up back there. Barry just finished his turn. We're going to go on. Well, I believe so. I don't know if you wanted to move or anything.
No, I'm staying put.
Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to the will-o-wisp next to Ragnar. He's going to keep on trying to shock you. Will it happen? No, it will not with a 15. Oh my god. It's killing me. Alright, so same deal. Just shoots a lightning bolt and just in the midst of combat with the what. I'm just going to keep saying it that way now since you said it that way, Garrett.
Welcome, everyone.
Stuck.
You have to.
And yeah, Ragnar, you are up.
Why else would there be an H if they didn't want us to say it?
That's a valid point.
Yeah, silent letters don't exist. All right. Well, I am gonna attack the White recklessly.
The way you say it's just way better.
I don't know. It took a turn and it sounds more derogatory now that he said it. I don't know.
Is it because I'm Asian?
But it,
Yeah, I was gonna
oh,
say,
yeah,
because
there you go. That's what it is.
Both attacks were 23 to hit.
Of course they are, because why wouldn't they be? Go ahead. Yep, they hit.
Yeah. 8 on the first one, and
I feel like collectively Ragnar's had like 5 bad rolls.
so that's
'Cause he gets
15
advantage on all of
total
them.
damage, which halved is 7.
Alright, so how do you want to do this?
After just like repeatedly hitting this thing and it just kind of shaking it off, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna take one pickaxe, bash it in the side of his skull, the other one, bash it in the same side of his skull, and I'm just gonna rip it off, rip the head off that way.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna look back and shake that off. And that's it for my turn.
Shake that off.
Rip it and
You
rip
just
it.
see like the the remaining torso, legs, and arms just collapse onto the ground as the head swings backwards into the woods behind you.
Ah!
Alright, so that was this guy. Alright, do you want to move at all?
No.
Okay. Tregol, you are up.
Okay, I will do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will move over here. Oh crap, no, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna pass by that will-o-wisp. So I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move over here. And then I will take my attacks against the one that is fighting Barry.
Okay.
So my first unarmed strike. Armor class 8, of course, that doesn't do anything.
It does not.
Spend another key point.
The dice gods
to-
just want you to use all your key points.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll do flurry of blows. So the next attack, armor class 16. Which I think
16
that
hits.
hits these guys
Mhm.
for 7, which is probably halved to 3. And then the last unarmed strike, 17. That will hit this guy for 4, which is probably halved to 2.
Yep, so 11 total. Alright.
And then at the end of my turn, 1 fire damage to that white.
Sounded like Borat. That's a white.
My
That's a
wight.
That's
white.
why.
My white.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay, so on to Will-O-Wisp 2. As it springs from the grasp of Sky's companion, I don't recall the name, Luriel? Lutral?
Lutra.
Lutra.
Lutra. It retaliates by trying to shock with 20 to hit and 12
that
lightning
definitely
damage.
hits. Oh, Jesus.
I think that's max.
Just say no.
Just say no.
Hey, that's what they taught me in elementary school. It's supposed to work.
So this, the other will-o-wisp that disappeared from near you, Tregol, appears behind you, as it does the same and takes a shock attack. That is a -1, so, or a -1, a natural one.
I'll say.
Have
I
it
would
shock
say-
its friend.
A -1.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. We're gonna do, actually,
It
I mean,
like
it's lightning.
surges.
It's halved anyway, so it's not
It
really
hurts
a big deal.
itself, maybe.
it's not happed. It's magical. Yeah, so he takes 8 damage, lightning damage. Yeah, like Tregol,
clarify,
like
which
he
one?
just hears something behind him as he reacts to as the bolt flies past him and into the white.
What?
The white.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Sorry, Garrett. I think you said something.
No, you're good. I just wanted to make sure that I was curious when you said it just does damage. I didn't know who it was, but then you said the white, so I interrupted you preemptively.
Yeah, and I turn my head around to the will-o-wisp and I say, "Good shot."
Yeah, you see like the lightning bolt as it lands into the white. It it like kind of sits there jolting for a second as like its flesh begins to fry, and you just smell this just putrid burning of flesh near you.
Burning, rotted flesh. Ugh.
Yum yum yum. Nephew,
I love the smell of burning, rotted flesh in the morning. All right. So from my hiding spot, I'll just jump out and yell, "Surprise attack!" So because I was hidden, right, I would get a surprise attack. I don't know if it does.
You're a rogue?
No.
No. You just roll.
And so real quick, I'll take the crossbow that has the crimson.
Actually, I think you would technically get advantage coming out of
Any other DMs want to? All right, cool. I'll take it.
Wow, you didn't give him much time.
Well, it's to my advantage.
It's Joe's table. He makes the rules.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's reasonable if you hid in combat and then all of a sudden came out. Depending
And just
on
to
where
be
you're
clear,
going,
I
would
didn't
make a roll
articulate
or
that I was
something.
hiding, so you did that.
You did.
No, I said
Yeah.
I was nimble escaping, which is disengage or.
And you hid in a bush.
I just ran to a bush, and you said you're hiding. I was like, cool.
Well, I mean, realistically, it makes sense.
So I'm gonna take my hand crossbow that has the crimson right, and I'm gonna slash it across my wrist, and attach crimson right to the other hand crossbow. Shield is still on the arm, so I'm just gonna have both. And so I'm just gonna fire. This guy had a bit of damage done to him, right?
No, that one
No.
hasn't really been touched.
Actually, you know what? I'm going for the whack. So I'm just gonna shoot him with one of my hand crossbows for 23 to hit.
For the will-o-wisp?
No, apologies, the white.
Oh, you did say that. Yep. Yeah, that hits.
I very much did. And so that is 6 piercing damage with an additional Crimson Right 1d4 So that's another 2. So 8 damage, 6 piercing, 2 fire. And then because I use the Crimson Right, I'm going to do 4 to me. That's a 3. But now at least both of my bows have the Crimson Right, and my next turn I have the ability to use both.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's 8 damage that he probably has resistance to no matter what. Oh, actually, because of the Crimson Right, it's all magical.
And that does kill him.
Nice! I did something!
How does that look?
I just jump out of the bush. Surprise attack! Slice. Pow! And I'm just gonna... A small crossbow bolt just flies through the air, smashes into his head, and his head explodes in flames.
Nice. I like it. All right. Do you want to move?
Double check. When activated, yes. Only attacks made with this weapon are magical. Okay. I just want to double check that was the case before anything. No, I think I've moved enough, and I kind of want to stay away from everything since I healed and then did damage to myself. So I'm good.
Okay. On to Sky.
I am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies. Did you say I got advantage on that? Because I jumped out of sneak? I guess he's dead. It doesn't matter. Never mind.
It doesn't matter.
He would have died.
If he didn't die, I was going to see if I could do roll
He
again
had
to get
6 health
crit,
left.
but- all right, cool.
Okay. Sky, what do you do?
I am going to now use my Zephyr Strike, the full ability of it. Give myself advantage on this longbow against the Will-O-Wisp attacking my Otter Lutra. That will be a 26 to hit.
Well, that hits. For 5 piercing.
5 piercing, and then also do.
Does Zephyr
What is
damage?
that? Well, yeah, because no, it is a D8. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was a D10. That's a different spell. It would also be another. Are you kidding me? Why? 1 point of force damage.
Hey, you can't have one, but you can't have.
Frustrating.
Hold on.
I don't think it would be halved because it would be magical,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, well, 1 can be halved anyway.
True, but
So you see as the arrow like blasts through him, it does the same motion where it kind of slows, but like immediately picks up like halfway through with like an initial what's the word I'm looking for?
Like a
Whatever,
dampen?
more force, and rips like a piece of its flame off as it like kind of collides back into him, and then you're going to have the Lutra.
yeah, the
attack?
otter, seeing it get hit, it's gonna try and take that opportunity, but it was only a 7 to hit, so.
That does not.
But it's gonna stay in its position so that it hopefully can't move.
Okay.
Won't
So
move.
on to Barry.
All right. I'm going to drop concentration on the protection from good and evil.
Okay.
It was good while it lasted.
You're kind of defeating the purpose of like the whole scratching stuff, but
It was either die or run away.
I will cast Moonbeam, so
Nice.
it will need to make a Dex or a Con save of 14, and I'm gonna attack
You guys
this
think you're doing
Willow
this?
Wisp.
Okay.
Yeah. And I say, may Salune guide this bolt.
That was a natural
That
one.
one. Oh, nice. Yeah, so it takes 11 radiant damage as this moonbeam fires down from the heavens.
Is that magical?
Yeah,
I
radiant.
assume so.
Yeah, it's
assume
spell.
so.
It's spell damage, so it's magical.
Oh, yeah, and then that'll be my turn.
Okay. So you see, like it as this massive beam from the sky just shoots down and ignites the surrounding area of this will-o-wisp. It starts like kind of blinking in and out of light, like dimming and dimming and dimming. It seems to be in critical condition. It seems to be
Okay.
like you're about to put out its light. All right. And that stays in place, right? If
Yeah,
remember
I
correctly
can
for
move it.
Moonbeam, you can move it though.
Mhm.
Let's draw you a shape. What is the distance?
It's a cylinder.
120 feet. Oh, 5 feet. So I was reading the distance.
I don't know. Yeah, just this
I was like,
monster.
Jesus, yeah, it's just like covering up the whole damn map. Let's do that little guy right there, and we'll color it light blue. If I wanted, if it's even possible, am I able to like give control of a shape?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
Yeah. I don't think so either. So I guess just
Is
let
the
me know
thought
where you
you're
want to move it.
having a
That's
little
alright.
more
Or you can do the
advanced?
same and just draw the shape, so you can.
If the
put it
thought
in.
you're having is a tad more
That's-
advanced than point and click, assume Roll20 can't do it.
Yeah. Hey, well.
Good point there, Garrett.
Okay, so on to Will-O-Wisp, next to Ragnar. It's going to just continue its onslaught of lightning bolt. Oh my gosh. It is a 9. It is not going to hit.
Nope.
It is just
Yay,
gonna
these things suck.
give up, frustratingly give up and start move towards Barry. Go ahead and make an opportunity attack.
Sky, these things are almost as bad as your thing over there.
So 12 does not hit.
Stop being so mean to it. It's trying its best.
It's best we get stuff done. It hit one hit out of the 4 it took.
Combat isn't the only thing
Ragnar,
that
you are
we
up.
should be good at.
All right, we'll start grading it on a curve of hitting things with stones and then also combat. See how that works.
All right, I'm gonna move right behind it as it kind of runs away. I am going to recklessly attack twice. First one is a 17 to hit, and second one is a 17 to hit.
Neither of them hit.
Well,
Yeah,
That's
just
it.
go swing through him as it like separates and combines back to itself. All right, Tregol, you're up.
Okay. Do I get the sense that I can hit this thing without punching that moonbeam? Because that moonbeam would probably hurt me if I punched it, right?
I
it's
believe
only if
so, but
In the area, right?
well,
Like, you need to end your turn in the area, or is it just instantaneous?
yeah,
no.
that's a good point. I mean, it's in like its own 5-foot square, so I mean, but you are physically hitting him with your fist. I'd say, I mean, by rule standard, I don't think that applies. So I
Okay.
think it's
All right. Well, then I will unarmed.
Just do a quick jab and get like a sunburn.
Yeah.
It says each creature within the cylinder, so I don't think you would be within it.
Okay. All right.
Well, is it
So-
5-foot radius starting from the 5-foot square, meaning it extends outward? Like it's not that
Moonbeam's one
small.
square though.
Okay.
It's one
yeah,
square like this.
so I
Yeah.
figure. Okay.
It's just one of those. It's a cylinder that fits into a square.
Yeah.
That
So,
girl named Ursa.
I will unarmed strike this guy and
Nope.
miss. And let's let's see. Do I need... I don't need that for anything else, so I'm going to use my last key point, and I will do 2 more unarmed strikes. 22 for 4 points of damage, which is halved to 2, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Is it still up?
Actually, that does kill it.
All right. Then I will... Ooh, no, I'm not going to move because I would put Barry and Ragnar in that fire thing. I can't extinguish the flames. That has to be Barry, right?
Yeah, it lasts for 5 rounds. I mean, I think you could move over and.
Oh, well, yeah.
Is
Wait a
it
minute.
not
I have
is
enough
it-
movement. I have
I was
enough
gonna say, is
movement.
it not a free
Yeah,
action
walk
for
in,
Barry
kill them,
to
walk away.
dismiss it?
Okay, I have enough movement.
I could
can
if I
move
wanted
here.
to.
I will use my last unarmed strike, and then I'll move away, and I will risk the opportunity attack. So my last unarmed strike.
I mean, it's only 1d4, and we have a lot of health, so.
Yeah. And well, I'll look at my 2
Speak for
companions.
yourself.
Do you want me to hang out here and deal damage to this guy with the flames?
Do it.
Okay. All right. So I will.
Honestly, Ragnar needs it to keep raged.
Probably.
3.
Valid.
Nice.
So half of that is again 1 point of damage.
One.
Nice.
Yep. And that's the end of my turn.
I don't know. I feel like Roll20 is just wigging out today because I used to be able to go into the bubble and just minus the health. When I do that, it just replaces with the number I do.
Yeah, sometimes it does that to me too.
It's annoying.
Normally it works fine, but sometimes.
Alright. Well, on to Will-O-Wisp over here with Sky and Lutra. He's going to shock.
Ooh,
That is a
ouch.
natural 20.
That's
Wait, are y'all
big
seeing
round
my
of
rolls
applause for
this whole
everybody
time?
for Joe rolling well. Nat 20, it's his first of the game.
That
hey.
is true.
Why is it always against my creatures?
You know what? Now that I think about it,
Your
thanks
creatures
for the
suck.
reminder. I'm pretty
It's
sure I have
always
the
against
Twitch spoon.
Oh yeah, I think you do.
But do y'all see my rolls? I don't understand
yes.
what creature, like some
Not
of my
all of them.
stat
There's
blocks
sometimes
some
where we
and
do,
don't.
yeah.
sometimes where we don't, but like that one I saw.
Okay, interesting. Anyways, so nat 20, so that was 18 lightning. Screw your primal companions in this
Joe
campaign.
hates your pets
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
you
much.
just don't want me to feel love. It's fine. I get it. I understand. Like,
Don't worry, I'm starting a
That's
club.
hilarious.
you know, I just don't deserve companionship. I get it. I understand, man. That's
It's
fine.
gonna float over to Sky with Nif up next.
We gotta keep the wisp.
It's already shocked
I
me.
just-
All right, I don't need any more. Okay.
All right. Now that it is my turn,
Yeah,
I
right.
have 2 bows, each with a crimson right attached. I'm gonna fire one shot at the one surrounded by my boys, and then the other at next to Sky. So I'm gonna do bang with one. That's not gonna hit, most likely. Would it come out to
Nope.
12? Yeah, that's a no. And then bang with another, and that's a 13.
Just whiz through them and then to the ground.
I'm just gonna sit down. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Sky, you're up.
What happened to my character sheet? It made it the smallest.
It
window
got
ever, so-
destroyed because your creatures
Yeah.
suck.
Like nothing. It like made only my
knows.
name appear. That was weird. All right. Well, I hate that he came up right next to me, but until the spell ends, Okay. So I can still move away and not get an opportunity attack, which is wonderful. But no, that would be better for me. So I am still under Zephyr Strike, so I am going to run away. That's 5, 10, 30, 35. And I'm going to make a shot against the one that just came up towards me. My longbow. Oh, that's not supposed to be advantage. It's just the first one. It's a 21 to hit.
Oh, good.
Yeah, 21 hits.
I forgot to switch back to total. And that will be 10 points of piercing. The 5, I assume.
Yes, 5.
Better than 1. And then wait, what? Okay, I just double clicked my thing. Yeah, I think Roll20 is being a little weird today. I double clicked it and it just disappeared.
Something's going on.
That's not how that's supposed to work. No, I can't do that. Yeah, that ends my turn.
Okay. Barry, you're up.
I'm gonna move the moonbeam onto this guy right here.
All right.
So con save of 14.
It is a 4.
Okay, then it
Takes on 16
points.
Nice.
Moonbeam damage.
You disintegrate this will-o-wisp.
I look over sky and I say the moon goddess has blessed us tonight, brother.
May she speak for us all.
Isn't it the middle of the day?
No, it's night.
Oh yeah, it's like deep in the night.
And then I'm gonna use my movement speed.
Nif is just like, I don't know, covering his eyes or something. Is it a day?
I'm just covered in blood running from my head. Can't see anything. Missing every shot I take.
I'll come stand by
Moving into
Nif.
the woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come stand by Nif. And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. I mean, you technically still have like, it was like a lot of movement, right? Yeah, 60 feet for that moonbeam.
I can only do it as like a magic action, so that's my action when it moves.
Right.
So
Well,
I can't move it
That
yeah,
again.
you can
doesn't
only
get
move it
split.
once. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
That would be awesome if I could move it more than once.
Right. All right, Ragnar, you are up, sir.
All right, I'm going to move 10, 20, 30. And that's it. That's all I can do.
You had to like throw a war pick or something?
No,
No.
I'm not throwing the war pick.
Throw
All
a
right.
sack.
Yeah, because he
and
can't.
needle him.
No.
He's too weak to throw a war pick.
There's no way you don't have like a javelin or anything.
I don't like to throw my weapons. I like
Right.
to use
That's
them.
Got
what
you.
javelins are for.
Ranged is for weak.
Okay.
He says, standing
Range
in
is
the
for
sky.
weak.
Yeah, no, I felt the attack there. It's cool.
Oh,
I get
hey,
it.
Sky. Didn't notice you there.
Okay, so I will
Bud?
unsling my short bow, and I will shoot at.
You have a short bow?
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I
this
only
has
get
to
one
be the
at-
first use.
Yeah.
I only get one attack per round with it, so
Oh.
it's the odds
No-
are better
no use.
if I
Have any key points.
yeah. So AC 15, the arrow whizzes past the will-o-wisp and lands in the bushes, and I then take a 5-foot step back away from that moonbeam.
All right.
That's my
On
turn.
Okay. The will-o-wisp continues to chase Sky and takes a shot at him with advantage with my Twitch boon.
Wow, you kill my companion and try to kill me. I see how this is. I see this.
So hold on a second. Dirty 20.
Yes, that hits.
Oh, I can roll with advantage from the stat block derp. So that hits for 7 lightning. And now that'll probably be my only Twitch boon I'll ever expend, because I forgot I even had it.
Step of the Wind's gone.
I was like, why are you rolling a con save?
Or sorry, Zephyr Strike.
Zephyr
I
Strike.
keep calling it Step of the Wind. That's the monk one, I think.
Yeah.
Well, on to Nif.
All right. Assuming that the range 30/120 means it needs to be at least 30, or
No,
can I
no, no,
shoot
no, no.
anything
Within
outside
30,
of 5?
within 30, it's a normal attack roll. Between 30 and 120, it's with disadvantage.
Gotcha. So I'm still good here. All right, I'm gonna just shoot 2 shots at this dumb thing. Bang. And that's a, what is it, 17 to hit? That's still gonna miss, isn't it?
Correct.
And a whole 10 plus 4, so 14. All right, cool. I'm just.
I'm
Wights
guessing
is
that,
pretty close.
whoever created slash whoever approved the stat block for Will-O-Wisp, I guess because they're just wispy, the AC is nuts for
Yeah.
being
yeah.
such a low level creature.
Listen, I don't need your sympathy. I'm
I think it's
plenty
funny because
terrible
they barely
feeling
do
as
any
I am.
damage.
So I'm just gonna sit back down.
Actually, they do pretty good damage. It's just that I've been rolling crap for damage. I think I only got it one good roll because it's
It's not even
2d8.
damage. You're not even hitting. You've missed most of your
that
hits.
too. That too.
I've changed my color. We'll see
Sky.
how this works.
You were up to like a lime green.
Well, I can't run away again, which that sucks. So I'm just going to
Nice.
take out my short sword and try to attack it as best I can. Really changed up my plans. Oh no, that's a natural one.
Natural 1. I'm gonna say you hit Ragnar.
No, you should have him
he
shoot
might
the dead
like
body
that.
of his dumb pet.
Well, he's using
I'm
a
using
short
a sword.
It flies out of his hand and beds in the body, and it can't be summoned next
Oh
round.
my
Next time.
god.
So Ragnar, you'll take half of 9 piercing damage.
Hey, good news is you helped him.
I think it might help his rage.
Exactly.
True. Yeah, he didn't attack last round.
What
Well,
the
we
heck?
were rolling
No,
with
it
the
wouldn't count.
the 2024 rule for
Yeah.
rage. So he's fine.
Wait, what?
20 it was like when we were in Cragmaw Castle, we were talking about how you don't need to be hit or hit in rage in the 2024 rule set. It just goes
Oh.
for a certain amount of time.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's
attention,
like a minute.
everyone! We just received a $34.86 donation to
Very
Child's Play from
specific.
wonderful Bad Wolf.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bringing our grand total up to $400 even, which is
I
why
see.
that specific number.
I was like, what's with the specific change there?
Awesome, Bad Wolf. Thank you.
I only
Thanks, KP.
I only like bad wolves, not good wolves.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm much more of a fan of
Gotcha.
Bad Wolf. You know, this other guy we hang out with, KP, I don't like him, but I like Bad Wolf Forge.
All right, so on to Barry, unless
yeah.
Sky you're trying to move or anything, but
No, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, move it on that little guy. Watch out, bros! Dodge!
yeah,
Dive!
just the moonbeam goes in a
Dip,
straight line as
dodge.
Sky dives out of the way.
Duh,
So I gotta make a con save. Every time I put the circle on it, it's hard for me to click it. That's an 11. So I don't believe works out for me. Yeah, DC
That's
14, 12
12
radiant damage. So
points of
you
radiant damage.
you kill it. Nice.
Barry says, "Hustle away, go, bro."
Nice.
And that ends our combat.
Whew.
Sky, would you like me to bring the? Oh yeah,
You can't. That's the issue.
I can't heal the little fella back to.
I can. Technically, you guys can't revive.
Don't bother. That thing was useless. Get the bear.
Besides mine. So, as everyone's picking themselves up, I'm gonna walk over
Rude.
to it and infuse
Barry,
my
do
magical
you
energy into
do
it.
you drop the
Okay. And what does that do? Like bring it back to
Yeah, I
life?
dropped
Or...
the ring of fire.
That goes for like 10 minutes or something, right?
It takes. I'll double check.
I mean, it's not super crucial.
It
in
doesn't
case
matter.
you
We're
wanna
not hanging
roleplay it
around.
or something.
Run away
It-
immediately. You have no time. Leave that thing dead where it lies.
I want to go into her little
Dibs!
shack.
I'm gonna kick
Yeah.
the door
1 minute.
open.
1 minute.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me pull that
See
up.
if
The
we
initial
find anything.
summoning takes
Goodies.
10 minutes.
All right. Well, if you want to switch it out, it's fine.
No, I'm reviving it. I want Lutra.
Boo!
Lutra.
Watch out for that moonbeam, by the way. First thing I see is a couple pots. I'm gonna smash those open.
So, you see that it's a home of sorts sheltered within the dome of woven branches, and it's sparsely furnished with chest shelves, a table, and a chase long
A chaise.
lagu.
Chase
A
Lounge?
chaise lounge.
I believe.
Why is it spelled that way?
Because that's how it's
I think
spelled.
it's
You
French.
Chase
uncultured
lounge.
swine.
Because
It's French.
All of it
The-
old and of elven craft. You see at the back corner of the tent a husk of a humanoid figure, drained of life, shriveled skin, appears to be more recent than being a long time dead corpse. You see adorned to his cloak the symbol of the Harper.
Hey, you think this is that lady?
Oh, yes. I will
No.
grab that Harper symbol because this is
You're not even in here.
probably Sister Gabriel's.
He's right there.
Yeah, I'm right there.
No,
Sister
I was yelling
Gabriel,
at Kyle.
Sky.
Oh,
companion or friend or whatever. And I'll also check to see if he has any kind of papers or identification or anything on him that we should return to
he's
Sister
got a
Gabriel.
driver's license.
Why are you checking his
I'm like,
papers, you narc?
So let's say you find a note that is it has like a wax seal that's been broken, that's been clearly open and read. It seems to be a missive of sorts, but the ink on the note has been smeared, probably from having in his pocket, maybe running through the woods, sweating, whatever. But you do see that there is a faint scratching of his name, which, give me a sec, let's use fantasy name generator.
My God, the module doesn't even give you this guy's name.
It's
he died.
Boblin the
For this.
Gobbler.
Oh, he wasn't part of the module.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna just do.
Also, neither apparently was the chaise that you're throwing in there.
How
What?
how plant
Because the chaise isn't on the couch.
Shays?
Yeah, it would be an extension on one side of the couch that's like a long section.
Oh,
Or a
no,
standalone
that's part of it
chaise.
apparently. So,
A
oh,
standalone
this is
chaise
also a
would be like the
different map.
couch you sit on at like a therapist's office. The the generic one that you think of with therapy. That's
Yeah.
the chaise lounge.
Hey, okay. Yeah, I guess because this is another one. Thank you, Kyle. Map that was from like a supplement
Hmm.
thing that Kyle got.
Nice.
I
Apparently
guess
these
they
guys
just
don't
didn't
have
care about
attention
that
to
detail.
detail.
This was the. Oh, I forgot which one it was.
Well, they didn't give it to us for free, so screw them. All right, what do we find in this room?
Hold on. So, just the name. It was Ryfun, Ryfon.
Right.
Here, I'll.
You've
Yeah,
got a list of like 20, and you chose that one.
yeah. I kept hitting refresh. I was tired of saying the name. So, Ryfun, Yilla Farron.
My God,
Yilla
is this an
Farron.
elf?
Appears that he may have been.
Heroic maps. That's
Weird.
Correct.
I'm gonna smash all the pots. Anything in them?
No.
Rude.
They just appear to be just a ton of cobwebs and dust laid about. The excuse me. Uh, you do see on the table what appears to be an empty quiver. Uh, it's iridescent, white in color. Um, looks like of magical, high
Ooh.
quality, high elven make.
I'm gonna grab it and just throw it out the door at Sky. Sky, loot for you.
what?
Can I
What?
flip the bed? I want to look under it.
On God, what were you gonna
What'd
say?
you throw at me? What'd you?
Quiver.
A quiver.
Oh,
It's a white quiver for
okay.
arrows.
Iridescent white.
Yes. Looks
Yes.
like it might be
Magical.
Were there arrows in it?
No.
Dang it! I need arrows.
Infuse
Yeah.
some mana. I'm
When
sure
you-
they'll
when
show
you-
up.
When you catch it, you notice that, and the same thing kind of happened to you, Nif, as you grabbed it, but it faded out really quickly. But as Sky caught it, it started to glow, and then what appears to be like a constellation, mapping of the approximate universe of wherever Faerun is located, kind of appears and starts hyper locating to a specific area, and you see that it like through the ethereal details of what appears to be a map, that it's getting closer to your location, but then it starts stretching further as it gets closer to Agatha's hut in this map, and you see that it has kind of like a highlight pointing you into a direction
interesting.
What kind of useless quiver
going
is a
west.
map? That's dumb. Flip the bed.
Oh god. Okay.
Nothing else you find under the bed. It
Is
just
the rug in a solid piece?
sure.
All right, I'm gonna roll up the rug and put it over my back.
Okay.
Did you say, DM, that there was a chest in here?
No, but there is on the map, so are you gonna open the chest?
Oh, I am going to take my quarterstaff and I'm going to stand at arm's length from the quarterstaff and poke the chest.
So nothing happens.
Okay. Then I will go over and I will flip up the lid of the chest.
Okay. So you open it, and it appears to just be personal items of sorts, like just basic traveling clothes, ink and quills. You see a couple of notebooks in there as well.
Oh, I will carefully reach in and pick out, and I presume all the clothing and everything is old.
Yeah, everything in here seems to have been at a standstill for a couple hundred years. Or, well, I guess
Okay.
she said she passed off the book 100 years ago, so we'll say 100
Yeah.
years.
So
So
I will
old.
carefully pick up the books, trying to avoid damaging them. And I will put them carefully in my backpack. I'll probably wait until we either get back to town or someplace where we're going to camp before I try to examine them. Because they look like they're brittle and old and in bad shape, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
Then I'll walk back outside.
I forgot to mention also that on the other side of this hut, you see a skeleton up against the um, wall closest to the door, a little bit to the right. So I'll just ping it. Imagine it's here, and it's in the similar garments as you saw Agatha in before she
Oh.
passed on.
I'm gonna quick whip around and stick my hand to his throat. Who is your master? Who do you serve?
Nothing happens. The jaw breaks off a little bit.
All right, guys, this thing isn't a threat.
Then I'll look at the others and I'll say, the Harper here, and this is probably the skeleton of Agatha. Should we bury them here?
What, you want to bury the undead abomination? I'm cool with the guy, but
Should give
Well, she's
base
her.
burial,
This is
right?
her mortal
Soon.
remains. She has passed on to Conyberry now. She's no longer an undead abomination.
yeah, but she was, and it's insulting. Hey, there's this shelf. Is there stuff on that? Muted if you're saying something.
All you see is a bunch of tattered papers. Nothing of significance.
Okay.
Unless Tregol wants to take stationery for exchanging for copper pieces, basically.
No, not blank stationery, but those notebooks I'll take in case there's anything interesting in them that might give us more information about what's going on in this area.
Hey, how about we don't bury these guys? Why don't we just set the hut on fire and give them like a flaming funeral? That sounds good too, right?
But we do not wish to burn the rest of the forest. The forest is
Yes, that would be the only problem. Is it's this hut is made from branches of the trees. We light that. We light the trees on fire.
I
The
would have
trees catch other
expected
trees
this
on fire,
line from the
and
druid, not you guys.
well,
the protector of this forest.
This forest?
This is part of Neverwinter Woods.
How did you not know about the banshee and the trolls? Why is so much taking you by surprise if you knew all this?
Just because I'm a protector does not mean I know everything of everywhere.
No, not everywhere. Just your forest that you're.
You do
Am I
know
missing
this
something here?
forest is millions of miles of square footage.
Hey,
right?
you're the one who laid claim. I'm just asking.
Do you know everything of everything you've ever had?
Yes.
So you know exactly what's happened to all of your children?
All two? I'm pretty sure one of them is off cooking for what's her face back at our place, whatever that Sally, and then the other one was killed by you guys. when you ran into that fort.
Agreed to disagree.
I'm sorry. Did you think I didn't know? Do you think just because I'm a goblin that I'm an idiot and don't know what kind of fate befalls my own kin? I chose to
feel
trust you
that
because my
you
master
wish
trusted
to
you.
know more than you think you know.
I think you have a lot of growing to do. You shouldn't judge people based on who you think they are, but on who they are. The kind of, maybe for instance, the kind of person that forgives the people he surrounds himself with for maybe something they did in a previous, I don't know, month, 2 months.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, Galan was gonna go in there and hack him down as well too. So
I'm sure he was, because he didn't know them, which is why I don't fault you. Because you didn't know him, you didn't know me.
we did not.
So why would I expect
This is true.
some sort of irreverence for my son that you thought was another faceless goblin?
And why would you assume I know everything of the
I mean,
forest?
You're the one that laid claim. You said, "This is my forest, I wish to protect it."
I do.
Right. But my question was, why
Do
don't
I have
you
to
about
know
these
something to
things?
protect it?
No, not necessarily. But
There we go.
I still
We
can
agree.
ask. I still can ask, can't I?
And I can agree.
I feel like we've turned to arguing the same point with each other. So
All right.
I'm gonna
and
go
you see
sulk about
Ragnar
my
come
dead
out of the
son.
bushes. Guys, do not, whatever you do for the next like probably 40 to 45 minutes, go in the bushes in that direction. Trust me. What are we talking about?
Smells
That's
worse
now
than the
Ragnar's
Banshee
territory.
hut.
We can agree that's Ragnar's territory.
What are
I
we
don't
talking
lay
about?
claim to that territory.
Did he find out that we killed his kid yet?
He knew all along, bro.
Oh. Well. Any sacks in the room?
No sacks.
Unfortunately, no.
God, what a lame. Okay.
I mean, it was
Ragnar.
kind of like an undead ethereal being, so like couldn't really carry a sack.
Ragnar and Barry. What are your thoughts? Should we prepare graves and bury the remains of these individuals?
What of what, the scary lady? I feel like if she's still out of like not in buried or whatever, my culture buried the dead. That was a weird way to say yes. We should bury her body. If her body has not been buried already. The other ones, I have no idea what the heck those were. If those have bodies connected to them, then we should probably bury those too.
Oh.
But I don't know what those were.
Yeah, I mean, if you would like to bury them,
Yes,
like
I
a-
we don't really
I think
really
to
just kind of crawl on a shell and die.
So
I
like,
think
Barry,
to give them their final rest, I think we should bury them. It was suggested we might burn this hut. However, Sky has a legitimate concern, I believe, that we might set the forest on fire.
that would
And
be
I
an
don't
issue.
think we want to do that.
No.
If in this
Fire
clearing, if we
birth to
wish
new growth.
to
I just want to say
create,
it.
if we wish to create a pyre, I will agree with that. I don't think creating a massive fire that will be uncontrolled is what's necessary.
Barry, do you have a spell that can like dig a hole in the ground?
Yeah, well, if Joe allows me, I can swap a cantrip out from Mold Earth and expedite this
like,
process.
That works for me.
All right.
You could just like
I-
dig a
I have-
trench out around the area so the fire can't escape.
Hold on, aren't you a
And then we can
turtle?
also
Don't you
put the
dig
bodies in
holes to
there.
plant your young?
Whoa. What were you saying, Ragnar?
That would
Well,
be
I'm
a
saying we could
turtle. I'm
dig
a
a trench
turtle.
around the outside so the fires can't escape, and then we can also put the bodies in that trench, and then cover the trench up, and then what would be the point of digging the trench?
Right.
Okay,
Until
so
So what I'm gonna
we build a
do?
grave somewhere else, and then we dig a trench around the outside so the fire can't escape.
So
why would we
what I'm
dig a
gonna
grave
do?
if we're going to dig a trench anyway? If we're going to dig a trench, I'm going to walk back. 'Cause
Well,
this
you
is
got to
insane.
build a grave somewhere else because
No,
if
I
you
just
leave them
start
in the
casting
house,
Molder.
dig a trench around the house,
Okay,
and then set the house on fire.
while these guys are talking, I'll go get the bodies and I'll move them over and I'll put them in the trench that Barry has created, and then I'll help him
Yeah,
cover that up. And
We'll just say it's like right back here.
yeah, and then when that's done, I will say a silent prayer to Kalimvor to receive these dead, and blah blah blah.
What does blah 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 mean though?
Come on, don't you know the prayers to Kelimvor?
Receive these dead, Lord Kalimvor,
Throw it in
and
the
give
chat.
them rest.
Nice.
May their ashes return once more to Mother Earth.
We didn't burn
Will
them.
the cycle
We
of
just
life
buried
once
them.
again.
You guys
Ash,
keep saying
now
my
you're
name,
on board with the fire? You're all over the map, dude. I gotta be honest here. Taken from
There's a difference between controlled fire and uncontrolled fire.
Listen.
That's all.
At no point did I suggest an uncontrolled fire. The trench idea was good. We were workshopping here.
Ragnar was talking circles, and I'm talking more than just the trench.
All right.
All right.
All right, bros.
Yeah,
We are
trench is
good
a
to
circle.
go.
Yes.
They are covered in a nice pile of dirt. They will provide nutrients for any new things that grow here.
Great notes.
So
Burn
their
some
life
down.
cycle has been complete, and we will not burn anything.
Hey, Tregol, real quick. How adverse would Kelimvor be to me pissing on their grave?
It would be a sign of disrespect to him.
All right. I don't want to offend the guy.
Yes. All right. So,
All right.
did we have anything else we needed to do out here? Or are we ready to go?
Let's check the old quest log.
Oh, that's right. We do
When-
have one of those.
No, I
When
think
she
you
was
guys
talking-
got everything in this direction.
Now, forgive me if I misheard this, but in our last time when we were in the ruins
Old owl.
of the old owl well,
Mhm.
didn't we find a spell book that was Bogental's spell book?
No,
We
Mhm.
did
we
not
found a
find it.
journal.
We
Yeah.
found a journal that
And a
talked
skull.
about
And
It
It
she
talked about
was supposed to have
Cernoth, and
information.
it talked about Bogental.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the Hammond Costs journal at the top.
Okay. All right.
That's why when she mentioned Cernoth, Sky was going to mention. That leads us to more questions. Why do the Hoppers have or want information that these red wizards and necromancers also wish? This
Listen,
spell book may be more lucrative or more important than we may assume.
I don't claim to know anything about Harpers, but could it have just been this guy happened to be a Harper and was wandering through town and Lady Guerrero just kind of asked him to help out?
No, I believe isn't Sister
Didn't-
Guerrero?
Doesn't
Isn't
Sister
she?
Guerrero ask, like, someone came by, she said, right, Tregol, and they said they'd try and take care of it, and then never were heard from again. So I assumed that's who this guy was.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The order, the Harpers were wanting to find information on that spell book. she somehow had that task. She wasn't able to fulfill it, so they sent this other guy, and he went to try to fulfill the task. Apparently, he didn't have the comb because obviously she still had it, and he never came back. So we don't know how long ago that was, but yeah, that happened sometime. Okay, so that's what I was getting confused of.
The
Kyle,
order.
is we had a reference to Bojangles Spellbook
Yeah.
here.
Hey, real quick, if we're concerned about forest fires, should we be worried about that moonbeam? Is that thing burning down that forest?
That's radiant energy, not thermal energy. Two different types of energy.
Radiant doesn't radiate heat.
A
It's a
byproduct
different
of
kind of
radiant.
heat. It's
Yeah.
a dry heat.
Holy.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're
Think of it like
holistically
Swiss cheese.
Wait,
burning down
doesn't
this
that make it
forest.
worse if it's a dry heat?
That's what I was thinking, but like, what do I know?
As long as we do not have any
Look across the
magnifiers,
landscape,
then
there's
things
just
radiant
lines
will be
where this
fine.
moonbeam trailed from of just scorched earth.
Like Hammer of Dawn esque.
All right. Well, I mean, if anything, I think this is probably a good time to stop, unless you guys want to discuss, I guess, next
Mhm.
steps. So,
I mean,
think
I
just
assume we're
going
heading
back
back to town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that makes the most sense.
all right. So I guess
Ken's
we'll.
out. He's done.
Peace.
Yeah, he's like, get out of here.
Peace.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess on that note too, he's DCing. I guess we'll pick back up in Phandelin on our next session next week at 7:30. Those of you watching, thank you so much for watching. Tell everybody about it. That would be great. We need to. I forgot to post on Instagram too. I need to remember to do that. But
Can't win them all.
We'll create more ones for next week.
Honestly,
Yes.
we
but
we
keep
could
an eye
probably
out
set up
because
one to post every Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we could do that.
Make a story.
I'm asking Joe because he actually has been doing it. So
I'm figuring it out as I go. We'll figure it out. But in general, like yeah, we do this every Wednesday at 7:30. We'll try to do a lot better with getting ahead on the notification in general that if we're streaming or not, because I know the past 2 weeks I think we were a little late on that. So do apologize if you were waiting to watch the stream and nothing happened. But keep an eye out for next week's session. But we also have a couple coming up that are different tabletop role-playing systems. We have Candela Obscura, which I believe is next Friday.
Sounds
and the
good.
cool thing with that,
Coming up.
even if you can't
Yeah.
be there for the stream, you can check it on our YouTube. And from there, we'll have a session 0 where you can learn how to play Candela. And if you're comfortable enough, you can get a ticket to our event where you can play it at in person. And then you
Exactly.
also have the session 1, so you can watch our guys or people. I guess I'll be more generic. Watch our people play through it, and get a good idea of how it works. And the same thing with what's the second one, Joe?
The second one is coming up, I believe, on the 25th, and that's Mutants and Masterminds, and that's
Ooh, I heard
applying
good things.
to, I believe, the event, if I recall correctly, is on the
Should be the
27th
next
that
one.
you didn't
Yep.
have in. Yeah. So same deal. Yeah. It's so that one I don't know much about Candle Obscura. I believe it's like kind of a mystery Cthulhu adjacent type of game. But I'll let Ferg, I guess, explain more on that, if anything. But Mutants and Masterminds is your superheroes, and I'm pretty excited to see how that
sounds
plays
awesome.
because I love superheroes. You get to make, you basically are just overpowered and fighting
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, everyone knows that telekinesis is the best super ability. So, I mean, why even debate?
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. With that being said, thank you for watching our stream.
Honestly expecting a debate.
We'll see you next Wednesday, if not at our event here on the 12th, this Saturday at Conduit. I believe
Or the
tickets are
13th?
sold out, or the 13th for the paint and sip, right?
Mm-hmm. We have the 12th as an event already sold out. 13th is the paint and sip, and then the 26th
We have
is Ivanhoe.
5 or 6 tickets left.
Or is it? No, that's Eden Abbey. 26th is
Eden
Eden
Abbey.
Abbey, and then
27th is Eden Abbey.
27th.
But AOTorlando.com, you can
Yeah,
check out
all of it's there. We got the link below, or it's this side. Apologies. Yeah, AOTorlando.com.
All right. Well, without further ado, yeah, we'll see you next week. Have a good night, and we'll see you then. Peace.
Ah.